No one knows yet if the coronavirus is going to be as big of a health crisis as the media is making it out to be. But what is true is that the impact the coronavirus is having on the economy and the businesses in every sector and at every size is tremendous. And I'd like to share how all of my companies are dealing with the coronavirus and the changes that we're making to keep our momentum up during this time. And I'm hoping there's something here that you could use in your business, whether it's, with your team or with your branding or with your personal mindset, to keep you moving forward and growing. But take this, please, for what it is. I am not a COVID-19 expert, right? So although there's been a lot of questions coming in about how to stay focused as a CEO during all this, it would not be right or ethical of me to speak to that, since I'm definitely not an infectious disease professional. So in short, I'm going to stay in my wheelhouse, and I'm only going to discuss what I know, and I'm going to share what we're learning. Not just in my companies, but in the companies owned by the people on my board of directors, and also in the companies that I advise, who are all going through the same scare that you are, but who are staying focused and either still growing or are poised to grow as the world adopts to this virus like it's adopted to every other threat. And I'm not really talking about scaling through adversity like a scum business that feeds off of mass panic, but rather businesses that are set to learn and evolve and become more organized during any kind of a change like this. So they might feel a little bit of slump during the heat of the moment, but they emerge stronger with a stronger brand and a stronger culture and a far more financially strong base as well. So currently, we're making the following changes in my company. First, we're constantly delivering messages to our team that we're in this together, including our families, right? And that we as a company and we as a team and we as individuals are committed to becoming stronger because of all this. As a company, that means that we're watching for holes in our systems and in our organization, and we're fixing them to make our company stronger. But as a team, we're doing whatever possible at all times to keep each other positive and motivated and healthy. And as individuals, we're monitoring how every action we take either helps us to feel more or less healthy, striving to do more things that make us feel healthy and avoid the things that make us feel unhealthy, right? Second, the second big thing that we're doing is we've always had a portion of our team working from home, but now almost everybody's working from home. And the very first week of working from home for somebody, everybody on our team knows that that first week is focused on understanding what they need to be equally or more productive at home as they are in the office, which includes setting up a workspace with the least amount of distractions and having immediate access to the tools they need to be productive. Because the most common reason that employees are not productive when they start working from home is that they spend too much time trying to access the information that they need. And that onus is on us. So we found that everybody needs an easy way to access all the files, all the data, all the information virtually, right? And our teams perform best when there's also daily meetings. So there's this communication and there's always a visual contact during that communication, which is so vital, which means that all of our virtual meetings are video based so people can see each other. And that makes such a huge difference when you can look somebody in the eyes, even if you're not right in the same office as them. And everyone needs a simple way to get their questions answers in between those meetings as well. For us, that might mean using a software like Slack or Telegram or one of the other chat tools out there. There's a ton of simple ones out there that you could get for your team or that you could have your team suggest to you. You see, when you allow people to work from home, they lose that sense of connection with your team. So it's important that you do things that make that bond stronger. And video meetings will help you do that. And giving people a place to chat with a simple set of values on how to use that chat area will also do that automatically for you. So you don't have to worry about telling people how to do things. You just give them the right tools and those tools will guide them. The third big thing that we do is that we want everyone on our team to know what the best things that we know are to stay healthy at home. So we send everybody a health checklist, and we also send them updates on that health checklist on a regular basis. Now, they don't need to follow it, but I want everyone to have access to the top ways to stay healthy without having to search online and sift through all the freaking bullshit advertisements out there, because there's a ton of it. And by the way, this has just grown in a way that I wasn't expecting. There's been a lot of bonding in our company happening around this topic, which I not only was I not expecting, but I love to see, where people are sharing healthy recipes and they're sharing fun ways to be productive while they're at home with each other. And it's built this inner community with people. So I love what's happening with all this. Fourth is that we try to guide everyone to stay focused, not just on their job, but also on their health and also on their family and also on their mindset, right? Focus. Because in my opinion, and please tell me if you agree or disagree with this, but in my opinion, the number one challenge that people face, both people and also businesses face when they go through a crisis, is confusion. So do you listen to the media that tells you to go out and buy 2 weeks of supplies and then self-quarantine immediately? Or do you listen to the media that tells you that this is totally being blown out of proportion? Do you listen to maybe the media that says this virus is spread by the government to reduce population, or that it's a chemical warfare spread by another company or country, or maybe that every single business is going out of business right now? Or on the other side, do you listen to the media that says, hey, this is just another virus like the flu that'll be handled like every other virus out there? You see, confusion causes uncertainty, which causes panic. Our job as entrepreneurs and CEOs is to reduce confusion and uncertainty for our teams and for our prospects and for our customers and everybody else that we come in contact with. And your ability to get through the coronavirus or any other crisis is determined by how well you can do that. Let me give you one big example of this. When 9/11 happened, I was about a half-hour drive from where the planes hit in New York City. And at that time, I owned a chain of health clubs, and I had clients and employees and friends who died when that happened. Plus, I was really close with a lot of businesses that were destroyed in that attack. And just like any crisis, there were businesses that crumbled and businesses that grew, not because of the crisis, but in spite of it. During 9/11, the steps that we took as a company kept our revenue strong, and it made our culture bulletproof because we constantly delivered messages to our team and to our clients and to our neighbors that we were in this together. And we went over and above to make sure that our actions proved that. And we encouraged a lot of our team to work from home, right? So that they could be with their families. But we gave them the tools to be productive at the exact same time. And we shared the best information we had about staying healthy, both mentally and also physically and spiritually. And we did our best to keep everybody focused so they didn't get absorbed in all the misinformation and the scams, but rather they stayed the course and they emerged stronger, both for themselves and for those around them. So no matter what your business is, whether it's just you or if you have a team of thousands of people, this is the time to watch for holes in your business, because holes become far more evident during pressure like this, and find ways to fix them or brainstorm with others who could help you fix them. And stay motivated. That's it. Those are your two jobs, right? And if you do that, you'll look back on this like we've looked back on every other health epidemic or attack or financial crisis as a point in our past that made us better leaders and stronger companies and made our culture bulletproof. Now, if there's anything that I can do in the way of content or recommendations, please let me know, and I'll be sure to do that.